Introducing the Martin D-16E. This is Martin's most affordable, all-solid rosewood Dreadnought guitar, and you are going to want to check it out, so stay tuned. You're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. So, as I said, this guitar is something that you should be paying attention to. This right here is the Martin 16 Series D16E. Now, it's new for 2019, introduced during the Summer NAMM show, and this is Martin's most affordable, all solid wood rosewood Dreadnought guitar. In fact, it's really Martin's most affordable rosewood Dreadnought guitar, period. So let's get to the specs and why this is a unique guitar in its lineup. It is not simply just a poor man's D28. It's actually doing a few other things that make it compelling, not just for the price, but really what it is. And it's going to suit some of you players that maybe have shied away from Dreadnoughts before. So it's part of the 16 series. That means it's made here in the USA in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, by the oldest acoustic steel string guitar company in the world. Martin Guitar has been around since 1833. They kind of know what they're doing, okay? So it features all solid wood construction. It's a solid Sitka spruce top with solid rosewood back and sides. That's right, kids, rosewood. East Indian Rosewood is right here, giving you all of the depth and nuance and overtones that we love from this tone wood. The pairing of this and spruce is really a tried and true beloved acoustic guitar wood pairing. So the top is gloss, in case you can't see that very well. The back and sides are satin finished with this off-white binding that sets it off. You've got a beautiful herringbone style rosette there, ebony bridge and fingerboard. Inside, it is scalloped forward-shifted X bracing. Yeah, scalloped forward-shifted X bracing inside the 16 series guitar with rosewood. Now, one thing that you might have caught if you're eagle-eyed or if you're familiar with Martin as I spun it around is its depth. This guitar is not as deep as a normal Dreadnought. In fact, this is O depth. And we've seen Martin do this with a few other guitars, like the GPC-16E that I reviewed on this channel. And if you haven't seen that video, it's been really popular, so I'll put a link to it there so you can check it out. But same thing there, that was a GP body with the same depth. Now, one of the compelling things about doing it in a Dreadnought is this. Oh, look, I can reach over the guitar. Now, for some of you guys that I look up to every time I talk to you, that's not a problem at all. But for some of us who are, say, on the wee smaller side, getting our arms all the way over a Dreadnought can be a chore. And so if you are of shorter stature, or if you are just petite, shall we say, you are going to be more comfortable with this guitar, but you're still going to have this boxy, wide top shape of a Dreadnought. And that's important because a lot of what you get out of a Dreadnought sound comes from this shape. This boxiness, this big lower bout, this very shallow waist really contributes to the tone of the Dreadnought. Now, the depth also does something there too, but I think this gives you a really nice sound out of it that's a little different. It doesn't have as much deep resonance as, say, like a D28 does. This actually has scalloped bracing that a D28 doesn't have either. So, you know, you have some trade-offs there, but what this has is a really nice tone. You've got that bass, that richness that you get from East Indian Rosewood. You get all of those overtones, but you get a little bit more of an immediate attack and volume that gets pushed out of the body that you don't get normally with the normal depth Dreadnought. So that's what's going on here in the body. You've got a Fishman pickup system with controls in the sound hole. And then from your ebony bridge coming up to ebony fingerboard, D28 style inlays, your hardwood neck with the basically the common shape that we're seeing, okay? It's the low oval profile, high performance taper, 1 3/4 inch nut that Martin's been putting on a lot of their guitars. Why? Because it's a good combination. And then we've got the old style logo up here at the top and One of my favorites, the Butterbean open back tuners that are very vintage looking. So what you have is a very stripped down aesthetically guitar, which a lot of Martins are, right? It kind of looks like a D28 without the herringbone, right? It looks like a D28. If I didn't turn this over and you saw the satin on the back and sides from the front, you'd probably think that's what it is. But it's a lot less expensive being part of the 16 series, and there are some trade-offs. Some of you guys are going to ask about the neck to the body. It's a simplified dovetail neck joint, so it's not the same that you'd find on a standard series. So, you know, it's satin finish. There's differences in wood grading and so forth, but the price on this currently is $16.99. So I want you to consider that. For $16.99, you're getting a US-made Martin guitar with rosewood back and sides and a Sitka spruce top with all solid wood construction, forward shifted scout deck bracing. It's really a good combination of features. It's a compelling option at this price point, and frankly, is beating out some of the competition when it comes to this, because usually to get in this price range, you're not getting rosewood. You're getting something rosewood-like or something that's an alternative altogether. So to prove my point, we're going to play it for you, put it through its paces, and so you're going to be able to hear the response and tonality for yourself. Check it out. So there you have it, Martin's D-16E. I was not a fan of the 16 series for a while, and I've told that to Martin. I think I've said it here on this channel. It wasn't that it was a bad guitar, I really just wasn't a fan of the aesthetics. Well, what I have been a fan of is the value proposition that it is. When you look at Martin guitars, their Road series are fantastic value options that are built south of the border in Mexico. When you look at their 15, 16, 17 series, which are just below the standard series, you're getting a US-made guitar with just a bevy of features that we as guitar players typically are looking for, but in a more of a budget that a lot of us can reach and attain to. Now, what you'll get with this is not a hard shell case. It is a soft case. It's really a really thick padded gig bag, and it's perfectly fine for most people, particularly if you are going to be buying this to gig with it. I think that's going to serve your needs very, very well. But all in all, here's what I'll say. This is a huge value. It plays great, the neck feels great, and I really like the tone that you get out of it. So, good for Martin. I'm so glad that they did this redesign, and I'm a big fan of, so far, everything in the 16 series. It seems like you guys who watch this channel are a big fan of the GPC-16E that we previously reviewed. I guess that you'll probably be a pretty big champion of this guitar as well, and you should be. By the way, if you haven't watched this channel and you're new here, make sure that you subscribe, you turn on notifications, like our videos, and comment below. We want to hear from you. We make these videos for you. That's why we review these and talk about all sorts of buying options that you have. So stick around, join us, hang out with us as we play guitars and talk about them, because that's what we love. That's what you love. So that's what we're going to do. Remember, at the end of the day, whether it's a Martin, a Taylor, right? Because someone's going to say something about me wearing this shirt, a Gibson, anything, the best guitar in the world is the one that you make music on. So keep doing it. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We hope you are enjoying our channel. You might be interested to know that Alamo Music has 2 more YouTube channels. One for piano and keyboard enthusiasts, and the other, our Alamo Music Audio Lab channel that focuses on synthesizers, drum machines, and other things with Chris Klein. So, if you are interested in checking those out, down in the bottom of the description, I have links to both of those channels. We hope to see you there as well.